In a quiet American town, a feared biker gang tried humiliating Steven Seagal until a single moment flipped everything. What happened next shocked everyone watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Let's get started. Steven Seagal wasn't the type of man who enjoyed crowds, noise, or unnecessary attention. That's why he had chosen a quiet road trip across the small American towns scattered around the Arizona-Nevada border. After years of movie sets, interviews, and cameras, he finally wanted peace, but peace doesn't always follow a man like him. Late in the afternoon, Seagal pulled into Red Creek, a dusty little town known for two things: its old saloon and a notorious biker group called the Iron Predators. Everyone in town avoided them, but Seagal had no idea he was about to walk straight into their nest. He parked his black SUV outside Rusty Jack's diner, took a deep breath, and entered. The place was quiet until the bell on the door rang. People lifted their heads and stared. They recognized him instantly: Steven Seagal, the Hollywood martial arts legend. Whispers filled the room, some excited, others nervous. And then the doors slammed open. In walked the Iron Predators, 12 huge bikers in leather vests, chains hanging, boots heavy enough to crack the wooden floor. Their leader, Crusher Malone, a man built like a mountain, spotted Seagal sitting at a corner booth. A slow grin spread across his face. Well, look who thinks he belongs here," Crusher said loudly. Everyone froze. Seagal calmly sipped his coffee. "Just here for food, don't want trouble." But trouble wanted him. The bikers surrounded his table. One of them, a tall man with tattoos up to his neck, shoved Seagal's plate off the table. Another flicked his hat. The diner staff stood scared in the corner, too afraid to intervene. "Hey Hollywood," Crusher mocked, "show us some of those fancy movie moves, or are they all fake?" The bikers laughed loudly, slapping each other's backs. Seagal didn't move. "I'm not here to fight." "Oh, he's scared," another biker shouted. "The big movie hero is scared." Crusher leaned over the table, inches from Seagal's face. "Let's see if you're as tough as the screen makes you." Then it happened. One biker pushed Seagal's shoulder. Another shoved him from the other side. They were humiliating him in front of everyone, recording on their phones, laughing like he was some washed-up celebrity. The town sheriff peeked in, but quickly stepped back out. He knew better than to get involved with the Iron Predators. Someone shouted, "Take a swing, old man, show us you're real." Seagal finally stood up, slow, controlled, calm. That calmness scared a few people who understood real fighters. His eyes narrowed, and his voice dropped low. "I said I don't want trouble," he repeated. But the bikers only laughed harder, surrounding him tighter, blocking every exit. They had no idea that their entire world was about to flip in less than a minute. Because Steven wasn't the one who should have been afraid, the diner went silent as Steven Seagal rose to his full height. The bikers still laughed, but there was a shift in the air, something sharp, cold, dangerous. Seagal's face didn't show anger, only complete control. That was what frightened the older folks watching from the booths. They'd seen this kind of calm only in real soldiers, real fighters, people who didn't need to prove anything. Crusher Malone cracked his knuckles and stepped forward. "Move, boys, let me handle the movie star." The others backed up, forming a circle while recording with their phones. They thought they were about to capture a humiliating moment, one they could brag about for years. Crusher threw a heavy punch at Seagal's chest. He never landed it. Seagal sidestepped so smoothly it was as if he vanished for a second. With a swift twist of his wrist, he redirected Crusher's momentum, flipping the giant biker straight onto the floor. The impact sounded like thunder. Phones dropped. People gasped. Before the bikers could react, Crusher screamed. Seagal had his arm locked in a perfect Aikido hold. One wrong jerk and the bone would snap. "Stop, I can't move," Crusher yelled. The other bikers rushed forward in panic. One swung a chain, Seagal caught it midair, yanked it, and sent the biker crashing into a table. Another came from behind with a bottle, but Seagal pivoted, elbowed him in the ribs, and swept his legs clean off the ground. It all happened in seconds. 5 men down, 7 left frozen, realizing this was not the Hollywood choreography they joked about. This was real. Sit, Seagal ordered. The remaining bikers backed away like frightened animals. Crusher, still pinned to the floor, shouted desperately, "Guys, stop, don't fight him, you can't take him." Seagal released him, and Crusher immediately crawled backward, clutching his arm like a child. The rest of the bikers stood with hands raised, fear spreading across their faces. We're sorry," one stammered. "We didn't know, man," another said. "Please don't hurt us," a third whispered. The entire diner watched in shock. Minutes ago, these men terrorized the whole town. Now they begged one man for mercy. Seagal dusted off his sleeves, not even breathing hard. "You humiliated yourselves," he said quietly, "not me." Crusher nodded rapidly. You're right, sir. We were wrong. We're sorry. Please let us leave." Seagal looked at the trembling group. "Not until you apologize to everyone here." And they did, every single one of them turning to the diner customers, heads bowed, voices shaking. "We're sorry, we won't come back, please forgive us." When they finally stumbled out of the diner, the townspeople erupted in applause. Even the sheriff returned, pretending he had been nearby the whole time. Seagal just picked up his coffee again. "Finally," he said with a faint smile, "some peace." But everyone knew the truth. Red Creek would never forget the day a gang of bikers tried humiliating Steven, and ended up begging for mercy instead.